Hey guys, hope everybody's doing okay. We may have to pause a few times as we let more people in. We'll hear them and I'll stop to let them in. But we're going to continue on where we were talking about the planets and their location in the solar system. And you guys had worked with me on Tuesday, and we got a lot of stuff written and filled in. So today I'm going to kind of let you guys help me out as we go through this. Now, I've got our mnemonic set up. The sun, my very eager mother, just served us nachos. And that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Anybody know the black dots that I have here that are right in the middle? That's right, it's asteroid belt. That's where we wear our belt, right across the middle. Now, above it, I have some weird letters, A, B, E, B, A, H, G. And of course, that spells Bob, right? No, it does not. Who remembers what the A is for? The Assyrians. The Assyrians discovered both Saturn and Mercury. What is the B for? The Babylonians. Babylonians discovered both Venus and Jupiter. And in the same location, what's the E for? The Egyptians, they discovered Mars. So you're looking at the Assyrians and the Babylonians and the Egyptians, Babylonians and the Assyrians discovering 5 of the first 6 planets. Who discovered Earth? Nobody. We were on it. All of these come from the same area. All of these come from Mesopotamia. So basically, it's all the same people. Different groups, no doubt. But they discovered this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. 14th century BC. You're looking at 17th century BC. Around 1000 to 2000 BC. And the 7th or 8th century, and Saturn was about the 8th century BC, before Christ. So what does the H stand for? Does anybody remember? It was a guy's name. Herschel. Herschel. What about for Neptune? There was 2 guys, and we just did the one, Gale, right? And then we're talking about in the 1800s, around 1846. And for Herschel, you're talking about late 1700s, 1781, I believe. So now you have the idea of who discovered these. $1608 AD. What is that? Does anybody remember? Again, we're talking about 1400 BC, 1700 BC, the Egyptians 1000, 2000 BC, 700, 800 BC. So why do I have 1608? That's right. 1608 is when the telescope was first used, invented. So how did all these Mesopotamians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, how did they monitor the skies at night? What did they do? How did they see what they saw? How did they discover these bodies? Yet they had astronomers, and they would stay up all night and they would watch the skies. And they didn't have then the ambient light that we have now. What's ambient light? Car lights, street lights, house lights, business lights, all the lights that illuminate in a city. That's where when you look up, it affects what you're seeing. I'm going to pause the video for a second. I believe somebody is trying to, and I was mistaken. I thought somebody was trying to get in. So again, what we were looking at is the discovery of these planets thousands of years before the discovery of the telescope. So people would set out and watch the moon go across the sky just as well as they saw the sun go across the sky. They also saw the stars seemingly go around us. I mean, of course, it's us that's rotating and revolving. I want to take a look at a few things, and that's the orbit. That's what we're going to finish off with and get my really artistic picture here. Okay, so let's look at, let's use blue. Let's look at Mercury. So I said I'm going to use blue, but I'm going to put some green up here. So Mercury has an orbit, just like every planet. Every planet has an orbit. I use the green dots for that so that you can see. I'll sign this later. We can sell it on eBay. How long do you think it takes in Earth days for Mercury to revolve around the sun? 88 days. Its year is 88 days, very fast compared to our year. And then, of course, that's because it's the closest to the sun, correct? Now, what do you think about Venus? I think everybody gets the telescope. What about Venus? 225 days, right? 225 Earth days. Earth is 365, unless you want to get specific, and it's 364 and a quarter, because leap year evens it up. But let's go on to Mars. 687. That's how many Earth days it takes for Mars to complete one revolution around the sun. Now we jump out past the asteroid belt. Now remember, rocky planets, gas giants, asteroid belt separates them. When we get out to Jupiter, what we see is this huge jump, 4,333 days, and that's almost 12 years, 11.9. That's how many Earth years it takes for Jupiter to go around the sun once. So if you're 15, it's only happened once in your lifetime. One time for Saturn to go around. Now, sorry, I said Saturn, Jupiter. What about Saturn? It is 10,000 plus days for it to go around the sun. That's like 29 and a half years. 29 and a half. That's my age. 29 and a half years for Saturn to go around the sun. And Uranus is over 30,000. Over 30,000 days to rotate around the sun. And that's about 84 years, which is about how old I feel today. I gotta love allergies. 84 years. That means it's only happened once in my lifetime. Saturn still only happened once in my lifetime. Neptune, look at it, Bill, 687 days. 10,000, 30,000. What do you think? 60,000 plus days to go around the sun. That's about 164, 165 years. 164 years to work its way around our galaxy. So modern people won't be alive to see that one go around twice. So it's because of recorded history all the way back through time that we see and are able to properly track these things. Now, if there's any questions, I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little lesson on the planets. We're finishing up from our previous lesson. Any questions, you can email them to me, and we'll jump on that very quick. Thank you. Stay safe.